It's an election day in Texas, and let's get right to some results. We've got lots to cover, from local school elections and constitutional amendments.
Absolutely. So let's start with State Proposition 4. This is the $18 billion property tax cut so many of you wanted that would also increase homestead exemptions to $100,000. And tonight, voters said, yep, give me that tax cut. So that passes.
And I know Governor Greg Abbott has already tweeted about that one,
He certainly has, and he said that you've gotten your $18 million handed back to you Texans in the form of property tax cuts.
Yep. Well, another high-profile state proposition was Prop 1, also known as the Right to Farm proposition. Tonight, voters across the state said that, yes, we're going to pass this one too, 80% versus 20%. And lowering property taxes was also something on the ballot of Midway ISD voters. The district gave them the choice to increase staff pay and shrink debt through their proposition. Tonight, the voters at Midway, this is not going to be final results. This is only early voting numbers. It's 84%, and we're going to keep following this as we learn more tonight. Earlier, I talked to the district superintendent, Dr. Chris Allen. He says he is pleased with what he's seeing right now.
If these numbers hold, and right now it looks like about an 84% yes on Prop A, well, what I would say is that the key takeaway is that our community supports and believes in our teachers. And clearly this has a beneficial financial impact to the district, but more than anything, I think it's our community's way of saying that they believe in the individuals who are trying to love and take care of and educate their kids day in and day out. And so I really hope our teachers just feel encouraged by what has happened tonight.
And Superintendent of Midway, Dr. Chris Allen, his thoughts speaking to us tonight. Meanwhile, we go down south I-35 to Salado ISD, where voters were asked to decide the fate of a proposition that would have helped fund a new high school and more to deal with growth in the area as well. The vote strongly came out in positive and in for range there at 66%. Only 34% voted against. Prop B, if passed, would build a new stadium. The current stadium was first constructed back in 1979. And the voters right now saying yes. It's a close vote. We did talk to Salado ISD Superintendent Dr. Michael Novotny just half an hour ago. He says the results look promising, but he's waiting for those to go final.
I'm very appreciative that so many people took the time to get out and vote. And, 5 years ago when we had a bond election, we had almost 2,000 votes total. And just with early voting so far, we're at 1,900. So I know we're going to surpass that. So I'm very appreciative that everybody took the time to exercise their right to democracy and to have a chance to vote. And again, it's very appreciative that the vast majority have been supportive of our bond elections.
That's a strong voter turnout there down in Salado. Meanwhile, at College Station ISD, they asked their voters today for more than $350 million over 4 propositions. Here's the first one, Prop A. That was the biggest at $284 million for the district-wide security upgrades they want and much more. And voters did say yes to this one. But let's move on and see how things looked at Prop B. Numbers coming down a little bit, 62% to 38%. That one was for another $14 million. That one goes yes, it looks like, as well. But Prop C is where things change. 53-47 against now. This would have been for a $38 million football stadium upgrades there. It comes up short, 47-53, as I mentioned there, that it looks like the public has voted against that one. Now, with CISD enrollment numbers steadily increasing, College Station head coach Stony Pryor believed that the improvements would help them watch that growth continue. As of tonight, the unofficial results show that both Prop C and D are going to be failing at the polls.
And so there's a lot of things just to improve the quality of our stadiums. Growth of both campuses, the growth of our district, I think has fueled the need or the desire that the committee had to see some improvements in our facilities.
And we'll confirm that on our website when it does go final. Meanwhile, their last proposition is for another $13 million for baseball and softball stadiums, and voters saying no right now on Proposition D as well. If you'd like to see the results for the rest of the propositions, you can get up-to-the-minute results because they're still coming in by texting VOTE to 254-777-6000.
You can also go to our website, that's kcntv.com. Once again, a lot of these not finals, so you're going to keep getting updates as the night goes on. We've done